Good morning. This is John Ashford. I'm about a year into Access Consciousness. About November 15th, I purchased this book by Dr. Dane Hare, my fault. Me and You Changing the World. Impact my life, changed my life totally. One of those great things in your life that you say, wow. I'm very grateful for that book coming to me via another friend who introduced me. Antoinette told me about this book, and I was like, I started reading it. Didn't believe it at first. Got to the point because I was struggling with money. I gotta let you guys see something though. Right behind me, I'm in my backyard, and on the side of the fence, I don't know if you can see, where did he go? There's a deer right behind me. Kind of interesting hanging out with me since I've been doing my walk today. Came to the backyard, and this deer is in the backyard. I don't know if you guys can see him or not. Okay, I'll quit doing this. Okay, I'll get back to the story at hand. My life is weird like that now. Deers hang out with me. What the fuck? How does it get better than that? So I started reading this book. I got a point where I was like kind of skeptical. So immediately I contacted Dane, and I was it was so impactful for he replied like immediately about me purchasing the book. Very grateful for it, but I was really kind of grateful that he responded, because I was kind of like, okay, leery, what is this about? But as soon as I started reading it, everything clicked. I finally felt like I was at home. Anyway, I shared this book with my friend Laura Burgess at work. She had another friend that had went to an Access Bars class with Barbara Gilman. And Laura said she thinks she's going to be doing a class in the spring. I had completed the book by that time, and I was like, whatever the fuck it takes, I'm going to this class. Because something about my spirit spoke to me about this book, like, oh, wow, you might want to keep on doing this. So anyway, I went to class Memorial Day weekend, 2016, went to the bars class. And the first time I did the bars on me, take it back. I went to an introduction that she had at the library in Westland, Oregon. And when I went to the class, I was immediately felt like an old kindred spirit by connecting to Barb. And so I said, when is the bars class? I'm signing up. I went to the bars class, I think Memorial Day weekend, and my life just went bam, boom, bang. The most impressive thing, my wife came to that class with me. We were taking a drive during spring break, I believe, and we started listening to Dane's book in the car. And when I told her about the class, she said, well, I want to go. I didn't invite her first because I didn't know if she was really interested, but come to find that, yeah. And I was like very grateful she did that. Went to the bars class, like I said, life was totally different. Went to the foundation class, and during the foundation class, that's when I arrived. I was home, dude. I'm so grateful for this, because I wasn't weird for myself. It was just, I guess, a confirmation that I wasn't weird. And the body work stuff is just what I needed. I'm a probation officer from Multnomah County Juvenile Department, and I got this wild hair up my ass, and I was like, if this made this much impact to me, what would this do for my young youth that I work with? So I started having all my youth write an essay and read the book. If they couldn't read, I would have them listen to the book if they could find it. And if they couldn't write, when they came to visit me in my office, we'd talk about the different tools. And wow, I was like, it's changing young people, and they're so quick to jump into it. I was like, it's the magic about the shit. And so I was like, I'm at home. I know that I need to do this. Came back one weekend when we had exchange class, and I told Barb, fuck the county. I'm quitting. I know what I want to do. I was ready to quit that moment after foundation, because I was so intrigued by what change had happened in my life. And then I've been doing bars with all my friends. Tons of my friends started coming. Shalonda came to class. I did bars for her. I just was giving bars away because I wanted people to have this experience. Then December came around, and I mentioned to my son, who played football, this big athlete. He's 21 years old. And I said, man, dude, I'll pay half the class, you pay for the other half of the class. I want him to buy into it. And he did. And my best friend, actually, Arturo, also went. I'm very emotional about this because the magic is just spreading. And I've made a commitment to myself to figure out how I can take this in my work and the diversity of work within the city of Portland, because I've never felt that it was the right thing the way we do diversity work. It makes people wrong, people in resistance, and I'm wondering if there's another way of doing that. And yeah, and I plan on going to the class in Seattle. I believe it's March 8th with Dane. Because I feel like I've known this dude in other lives, if that makes any fucking sense. But anyway, for what it's worth, I'm very grateful for Dane and Gary, and especially Barbara, who does so much here to bring us on board on this wonderful journey. Peace and love you guys. Also, there's one other thing I want to mention. There was a young person that really changed my life after I gave him this book. It's like you never stop learning with this stuff, this access stuff. I gave him the book. He was questionable like I was in the beginning when I picked up the book. He wrote an essay, and he was a changed young man. And I know that this tool, if we can use this around different institutions and get outside that bullshit of that institutional bullshit anyway, and use these tools to empower young people and families, especially families that are in poverty. They don't have any fucking tools, and this is it. And that is going to be one of my missions, to get this out to all different types of people, regardless of ethnic background and economics. Okay, I just want to mention that piece because that was really one of the tools. When I start seeing with young people working, I'm like, fuck, way to go. Anyway, peace and blessings. Bye.